Hello and welcome to the channel. I need to clean and synchronize the carburetors on my 1994 XJ600 Diversion. First job, I need to remove the tank. So on the face of it, it's a fairly straightforward job. We are just going to need to remove that bolt, a bolt under the seat, and we're also going to have to disconnect a couple of hoses from this petcock. The first thing to do, we need to get that seat off. So the tools that you're going to need for the job are 12mm for the bolt under the seat, 10mm with an extension for the bolt by the handlebars, and some snipe nose pliers to pull away some clips, and of course coffee. Lovely. So with your 12mm, let's just get rid of this bolt. And with your 10mm extension, cool, blimey, that's tight. With your 10mm extension, we need to pull off. Oh, yeah, bastard. Get rid of it in the edit, nobody will ever know. Next, we're going to have to remove the Petcock Tap, because if you don't, chances are it's going to foul on the frame and you're going to snap it. You'll also need a screwdriver. JIS would be perfect. So, as I understand it, this is a vacuum petcock. There isn't a fuel pump on this bike. Fuel goes from the tank through the petcock and into the carbs via the vacuum hose, creating a vacuum and a suction to pull it all through. So technically, once we unclip this, we're not going to get fuel everywhere. We shall see. Gloves for this next bit. It's going to get a bit petrol-y. I'd highly recommend stuffing a couple of rags underneath and also some newspaper on the floor. An old copy of MCN does the trick. So we're going to need to remove this little spring clip. Right, that's come off nicely from the spigot. So it just should be a case of gently wiggling this hose off the spigot, and we'll just be prepared that if we get a load of fuel, to push it on sharpish. So we got a dribble, but that's all right. Good, I'm happy with that. Oh, smells lovely. So the next job is to remove this little vacuum hose from underneath, but actually I think I'm going to remove it from the inlet because it seems a little bit easier to get to. Oh, it's a bit stiff. It's cold is the problem. So with a nice broad flathead screwdriver, I'm just going to gently tease this hose just to get it moving. You don't really want to grab it with a pair of pliers. Oh, that is right on there, isn't it? Ha ha ha! We're getting somewhere. There we go. So that should be it now. We're going to have to be a little bit careful of this hose. So just make sure you angle that around the petcock, because otherwise we're going to end up pulling this with us when we lift the tank. So because the petcock hangs below the tank, we need to make sure that we've got something for that tank to sit on so there's no pressure sat on that petcock. With that in mind, I've rubbed the recycling bin. That should do just nicely. So fingers crossed, all we're going to need to do is just gently lift this, bearing in mind this petcock's going to be in the way, and take it over there. Wish me luck. Wow, that was easy. Just a couple of observations. You're working with petrol, make sure you're wearing something suitable. Just be a little bit mindful of what you do with your rags. Make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. And for God's sake, don't light a fag. I hope you found that helpful. I'm not a mechanic and it wasn't really a how-to video, just showing you how I did it. Hopefully you'll join me in part 2 where we're going to take off the airbox. We're going to pull the carbs off, get them on the bench, take them apart and give them a good clean. Thanks for watching.